Hey everyone, this is Thomas Bartka, and I'm super excited today to present to you Brad Wozni, who will be joining us in just a moment. And this is a critical point in time here because thousands of real estate investors from 5 continents and literally 11 different countries are waiting to jump right now into Brad's 12-week 6-figure syndication secrets program. And that's why I've asked Brad to provide an in-depth overview of his 90-day live coaching program, just especially to you because you're my subscriber and you're here to take advantage of this, so that you can learn more about the concept of syndication and how his training can be of considerable value to your investment business and to shield against the looming global depression. And why do I call it depression? Well, just yesterday, the stock market closed at a 12-year low, and the Dow itself goes below 7,000, which means it's over 50% down from its peak value in 2007. One commentator that I've heard yesterday said, well, we're not quite calling it at the same level of the Great Depression, but we haven't seen anything since then, and certainly none of the analyzer in the business right now has seen anything like it within their career. So for those of you who have read Brad's Shock and Awe Real Estate Crisis Doctrine, and that's literally what we're in, a crisis, not only in real estate but in other markets as well, but you know that Brad was actually $20,000 in credit card debt. And through the principle of syndication in real estate, at the age of only 26, he was able to generate deals and profits of over $3.2 million in his first 93 days. And that was across North America, virtually all just from a computer and a BlackBerry. And that's really not bad at all for a guy who used to serve his country as an infantry soldier and then later on as a forest firefighter. Okay, I can see we're ready to get started right now. Brad's on the line. Brad, can you hear me? And welcome to the call.
I can, Thomas. Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me here.
Oh, absolutely. We're super excited, and you jump right in if you wish. We're super excited to hear what the syndication is all about.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you very much once again. And folks, for those of you who've read my Shock and Awe Real Estate Investing Crisis Doctrine for 2010, I appreciate you. For those of you who come from Thomas's subscribers list who have made one of those 600 comments on our blog, and we've had about 46,000 downloads, actually 46,441 downloads in our first 7 days from investors around the country, as Thomas had mentioned. A couple of things here. Number one, we're going to go for approximately 60 minutes. I do recommend that you find a quiet room, hang up the disturb sign, grab a pen and paper to take some notes, because the goal here in myself delivering this training with you is to provide 100% immediately applicable content. And here's how we're going to do that. Thomas has invited me here to literally train the first module of the first week of the 12-week 6-figure syndication secrets program with you. Now, in week 1, we have 2 modules. There's Module 1 and Module 2. Module 2 begins Monday, March 16th. Right now, you're getting basically like a peek behind the curtains of what everybody is going to learn in Module 1 as a 6-figure syndication monthly client. So I want to set your expectations. Number one, if you're looking for the next money-making opportunity to jump on and you're non-committal, stop right now. Save yourself some time. And hang up the phone, don't watch this whatsoever. Because building a business, in particular, building and scaling a syndication real estate investment business in the midst of a recession, as we slide now into the Great Depression, requires effort and work. But here's who this is for. There's 3 categories of our clients. There's those real estate investors or just entrepreneurs looking to get into real estate investing and recognize that right now presents the perfect positive storm of investment opportunity. That one demographic and psychographic client who's unsatisfied with their current results and recognizes there's a better way, those are the people who have joined us in 6-figure syndication secrets. Or maybe you're perhaps the individual who understands it does take applied effort to be successful and you're willing to commit to the 12-week modules that I will be teaching personally. This is not somebody who graduated college at 22 and is working in a call center in Utah somewhere and reading off of a script because he signed up to a coaching program. You understand it takes applied effort to be successful, and I'm here to work with you in lockstep with the few hundred investment syndicators that have joined us in six-figure syndication secrets. And finally, you may also be one of those individuals who's unsure how to compete in the current marketplace today, but as Tony Robbins might say, you possess that make it happen attitude. And those are the qualities of all of the individuals who've gotten involved with us, like you, in six-figure syndication secrets. Now, my shock and awe doctrine, as you've known, I have a very unique background. Now I'm a real estate syndicator, developer, consultant. However, I started off in the Canadian military, infantry, Army Reserve, served the country for a few years. Also was a forest firefighter. As you see on the screen now before you is a picture of myself and my crew in our helicopter, our Hel-Attack helicopter. And then as a result of those experiences, I then had another unique one. I joined the corporate world. I shed the uniforms. I stopped jumping into fires and breathing the smoke, and that was a lot of fun, but it wasn't a path to get into business and create wealth for myself. So I was recruited to a company called Research in Motion, or RIM. All right, now, for those of you who know BlackBerry, I started back in the infancy of the days when the stock price was trading around $225 on the Toronto Stock Exchange. That was before it split. That was the first time ever. We're going back about 9 years now. The thing was, when I started with Research in Motion, I was brought on one of the early employees to do sales in New York City for them. I was promoted to business development manager, and then I was placed in charge of creating and managing strategic alliances. Now, this is very key to syndication. You want to write that down, strategic alliances, with some of the world's top business management and strategy consulting firms on the planet. Examples of those that I worked with and managed: Booz Allen Hamilton, EDS, Deloitte Consulting, Accenture, CGI, and some components within IBM. And yes, we also co-opted and worked on projects, secret projects, at the Pentagon, and that was very cool. I had two great experiences, learned two very valuable items out of all my time at Research in Motion and working with that phenomenal society of entrepreneurs. Number one, being in that position, managing those strategic alliances, creating those, and working on a day-to-day basis with the heads of those companies, C-level executives, and the head partners of those companies gave me a window into business building and growth that any Ivy League MBA would drool over and be envious of. At the same point in time, I also learned that I didn't want to work for anyone else. I mean, I was working 50 to 80-hour work weeks to make our shareholders rich, to do our best, bust my butt, and I still had a couple of bosses above me. So then I applied that concept of syndication and also Fortune 1000 business building principles to real estate investing. Does that make sense so far, Thomas?
Oh, yeah, absolutely it does. I mean, the key word here that you use, strategic alliances, and then anchoring it down to your corporate level experiences really makes this a corporate level strategy that you use to crack, literally, the investment code with the help of syndication. Guys, check this slide out. I mean, these are some really high-carat endorsements that Brad didn't just get from anywhere. These are because he's been able to achieve real results with his syndication secrets. I mean, Robert Allen is here. Everybody on the call definitely knows who he is. Also, Mark Victor Hansen, the co-creator and author of the Chicken Soup of the Soul series of books. And those are just some really high-carat endorsements. I can see Tom Kish here. He's well-known authority in the business as well. So this is just great. And in your shock and awe doctrine, Brad, you wrote about the Great Depression ahead, and I've alluded to it a little bit. You have also. And you predict that in August of this year, 2009, unemployment will hit 12% in this country. So what do we do with that? Can you tell us a bit more?